PM15. Now, if he doesn't look like one of those admirals on the ship, okay, who knows he's about to take the big schooner through the storm, okay? You're taking the ship through the storm, and you know it. You see it in the horizons, the clouds and everything on you, and it's about to be a mutiny because everybody's on you, get tweeted from everywhere, right? The crew's treating you because you're terrible, okay? And so what he says is this: I don't care what we see, what we do, we are going forward. That's what we're going to do. We're going forward. And you see the speeches when you see the movies, right? And he's talking to the ship. And he's letting them know, I'm not abandoning anybody. This thing goes down, I'm going down with it. It's Patrick Mahomes. It's PM15 right there. What PM15 did, and I know when you said he's doing this, he didn't know what he's doing on fourth down. He wants the ball. He wants another opportunity. He wants another chance. Why? To make it right. Because that's who he is. He is our admiral. That's who he is. And he's going to make sure he's going to weather the storm, and he's going to take out a crew through it. And it takes somebody like him to talk to the crew to make sure everybody understands what's being asked of them, right? If you got, a yeoman and he doesn't quite understand it, he's never been on the storm before. He's never seen it before, right, Marcus? He don't know what to expect. Yeah. And he's there nervous and his knees is buckling, he's shaking and whatnot. And Patrick Mahomes is patting him on his shoulder and telling him everything's going to be all right, okay? And he points over here at his other guy, okay? The seaman who's been on 20 expeditions, which is Travis Kelce, if you don't know who I'm talking about, okay? And he's got all the scars on him, right? He's been through everything. He's seen it all, right? He's seen it all. The rocks and, torn and the storms, and he's been, just blasted, right, by the sea, okay? But he's saying, this is the guy that you need to talk to, all right? You can talk to this guy. You can know what that storm is all about, but you can believe in me. I got you. I'm going to take you through this, all right? Through thick and thin. When you're going down, I'm going down with you. But we're going to come out on the other side, right? And at the end, hey, hooray, and stuff like that. That's PM15. That's the game he played yesterday. That's what he played. So, Patrick Mahomes, my buddy, I'm going to give you an A. Patrick Mahomes got an A from me from that game yesterday. Okay? Because it took that time for him to settle. And once he was able to settle, it looked like the game slowed down to him. It really did. And you could see it in his decision making. Okay? At the very beginning, he was pressing, right? He was pressing, right? Because you want to get the product on what you've been working on so bad. Okay? And he was almost giddy, like, oh, let's go, let's get it. And he's throwing the ball, and it's like, okay, yo, calm down. Okay? We've gone to work for a reason this week, past weeks, for it to look like a good product. Let's do this. So when he had to settle in, right, when he had no choice, it's almost like his back against the wall, right? And he comes out and he just starts throwing dots. He's throwing lasers, and it's on point. I think I showed you one of the videos, of what this Chiefs offense. This is who they are. This is really who they're growing into be. Okay. You see that right there, my friend? You see them both? You see both of them walking like this? Huh? Chest out? Because they like, oh, we're going to get this thing started. This is what this looks like. This is what 3 Super Bowl appearances and 2 wins looks like. Okay? This is who we are. So PM15 for your job yesterday, man, I'm gonna give you a name. All right. And I might be very gracious on that. I'm just gonna give you A because I can tell what it is you wanted to bring to the table. Being down 14 points, bringing your team to victory. Bringing your team to victory. Maybe when the defense wasn't having the best outing, right? You didn't quite have the ball like you wanted to. And it even looked like they was even worse because you didn't have the ball the first quarter. Second half, it was minimal. So you're gonna have certain stats you could do. But when you got them, second quarter, look different. Now it look different. Okay? Now it look different. The glad area come back in. So PM15, well done, my friend. You got an A from me. From OJD. Your old tight end, you got an A from me, buddy. You got one.
100%. Yeah, I couldn't agree with your grade more. I mean, yeah, I thought, yeah, I know how hard you are, especially when it comes to Mahomes, because he's on a different level than everybody else. So we usually look at him, you know. But yeah, I think it was by far his most complete game. Obviously, let's take away the first quarter, but after that first quarter, from second to fourth quarter, it was a complete game. I mean, yeah, the Bears game we dominated. He didn't even play in that fourth quarter of that game, but that was just a top to bottom kind of game. He had to kind of put the offense on his back and kind of move the ball downfield, and he really did that yesterday. He looked phenomenal. It looked like MVP Pat yesterday.
But that's why we play 4 quarters, right?
Exactly.
That's why I play 4 quarters. And so that's why you don't get so, out of whack when the first quarter doesn't work well. Because it's 4-quarter football. And look, and football is one of those games, man. Hey, it's where the ball bounces. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Okay? I know that better than most. I know how the sucker works. Okay. And sometimes when you're sitting over there and everything's going bad, you look at everybody else and they look at each other in the huddle. It's like, okay, now it's time. No more BS. Put it all to the side now. Now it's time to go ahead and write everything right now. Okay. What we gonna do? We're gonna make a choice and we're gonna make a decision. We're gonna sink or swim on this. Okay. PM15, man. That's what he got.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.